Just all I'm going to say is that sometimes, you know, you can see a fella that actually, you know, he looks attractive, and then you'll see him and he'll go and then you're just like, oh, you're like, all your sexiness just completely went out the window, like, oh. Hey guys, I'm Tasha from Travelandtash, and I'm sure most of you are aware that I currently live in South Korea. I live in Seoul, in Gangnam to be specific. And I wanted to record a video just to introduce a bit more about Korea while I'm still here. Now, this is my second time living in Korea, and I've now been in the country for more than 3 years in total. The way that you feel about Korea when you first get here in that first year is quite different from how you feel about living here as an expat 3 years later. And so what I want to do in this video is I want to talk about some of the things that I really love about living here and some of the things that I find challenging as an expat while I'm still here, because it's fresh in my memory. I'm going to make some sweeping generalizations, so this isn't for the faint-hearted if you're easily offended. Also, I didn't come here because I was into K-pop or I was into Korean drama or any of those particular reasons. I had no particular agenda. Like I didn't really have, you know, I didn't find Korean men especially cute or anything like that, so I wanted to come here. I came here with the particular reason to just simply work and save money, and that was the only reason why I chose Korea specifically to come. And you know, it ended up being a good choice in many ways. I also come from a Western background. I come from England. I've lived in Canada, and I come from Mediterranean parents. A really good reason to come here is that it's super easy to save money because the cost of living is so low here. I find that in terms of saving money based on your paycheck, I can easily save about $1,000 a month. Travel here doesn't cost much. Trains, buses, food itself. Now, just to clarify, eating out is quite cheap. You know, you're on average spending between roughly $5 and $15, possibly more if it's evening, but it's, you know, you have to go to quite a swanky place to actually spend a lot of money here. And I was speaking to a Korean friend about this, and they said, oh, you know, I don't feel that there's too many people here. I just feel quite comfortable when there's lots of people around. And I was just like, you know, I can deal with that when I choose to go to really busy spots, like for example Hongdae, where you know that in Hongdae there's going to be a shitload of people there. But the thing is that when you live in a neighborhood where there's so many people and they are just around you all the time, depending on what your emotional state is at that time, sometimes if you're going through a difficult month or two where you're like really missing home, or you're missing friends, or you just feel like you don't culturally fit in or something like that, it can be extra difficult to manage that. Seoul itself has a really good metro system. The trains come every few minutes. Sometimes, depending on what line you use, they can be really rapid in arriving. Oftentimes there are a shitload of people on the train. But they do come frequently, and it also depends on what time of day you're riding the train. If you're riding the train at rush hour, oh my god, God help you. Thankfully I can walk to work and I do not have to deal with trains or buses at rush hour. But overall, trains are really, really, really efficient here, and I know I can guarantee that I'm going to get to, you know, the airport on time and this and that and the other, you know, as long as I plan my journey carefully. Socially acceptable here for men, including younger fellas, to just like hack and spit everywhere all the time, and I just like, you know, you don't hardly ever see women doing it, and if you see a woman doing it, it's like an old grandma that's doing it. But I don't know, I just, you know, there was one time I was in the train station, I was in my local train station, and a man just decided to spit like so close to me that I almost had to jump out of the way. Oh, I don't understand why. And you know, and the other day I was walking down close to my house as well. I'm just walking down peacefully and calmly, and then all I hear is like somebody gathering their phlegm from across the street really, really, really loudly, and I'm just like, why do you have to make such a dramatic friggin' scene out of gathering together the phlegm that so desperately needs to be ejected out of your mouth? Like, you know what? I don't need to eject the phlegm out of my mouth every few minutes. So why do other people feel that they need to friggin' do this on a frequent basis? It's just, you know, I know that this is a huge, huge, huge difference in culture. With healthcare, you pay a monthly fee that comes off your paycheck, and when you actually go to see the doctor, you see them really quickly, and you usually walk away having paid only a small sum for having seen the doctor and having got your tests done and your diagnoses and whatever, and recommendations on what medication you should be taking. Although having said that, I've noticed that a lot of people here run to the doctor for every little thing, and I just, you know, like the other day, you know, I had food poisoning, and you know, the Korean staff where I work, they were like, oh, you should go to the hospital and get. I was just like, no, I'm gonna go home and rest. Okay, I don't like going to the doctor, period, in general. So I only go if I have to go. But here, a lot of people just love running to the hospital for everything, you know, for every tiny little thing that's wrong. And so, you know, each to their own.